All right, here it is, Fabrication Nation. This is the new saw. So just picked it up. So when I went to go pick it up, I didn't realize that this crate was going to be so big. I thought this thing would just fit on the back of the trailer, but that's not the case. It was wider than the trailer, and at first we thought we were going to have to cut the crate down a little bit so that it could slide in. But when we measured it against the rails, it fit just fine on top of the rails, and just made sure I had it strapped down really good. I drove real slow, took all the back roads back here to the shop, and we made it. So now I got to just make sure that I can get it off the trailer. So we're going to get the forklift under here. We're probably going to have to strap it tight to the forklift, and then hopefully we could just lift it straight off and then take it into the shop. So I'm going to get to working on this, and once we get it unwrapped, we'll let you guys take a look. Bust open this crate here, I decided to pull out the big guns. So I got my son in the shop today, and he's going to help us tear into this thing. Let's take a quick look at this thing. Isn't she pretty? So just that first glance, the craftsmanship, the quality, the thickness of the material used on this saw, I'm really impressed with at the moment. I've done a lot of research on various saws, and this one just really stood out to me, so that's why we went with this one. It has a lot of good, really good reviews. There's a lot of them, a lot of old ones still in the shops, and you don't see too many used ones on the market, so that's a good thing. right off the bat, this thing is a lot bigger than what I expected it to be. So I knew it was gonna be big. I read the dimensions and I kind of measured it out. So I knew sort of what the footprint was, but until you actually see it in person, it's just, it's really tough to understand how big it is until you're actually sitting right next to it. I've got to get these bolts off of the crate here, and I'm not sure how I'm going to lift it off the crate just yet. I don't see any fixturing points or any areas to tie on a lifting eye to, so I'm gonna have to figure that out. I may have to strap it. One thing that I do notice, and I've also noticed in some of the pictures for some of the dealers that were selling these, is there's not a lot of space underneath to get a forklift. So it doesn't look like these are easily movable, or that they have an area that you could just stick a forklift under and put it in place. It looks like you may have to get some type of a block to drop it on first, and then remove those blocks separately. So I'll have to figure that out. And if that's the case, then that would be a negative right off the bat, is making this thing easier to move, easier to lift with the forklift. But we'll see how difficult it is whenever we get there. All right, well, we're going to continue working on this thing, getting it put in place and getting it powered up.